Hi, and welcome to City Happenings. I'm Mayor David Black. 3-year-old Jameis Hofseth has a very rare immune deficiency, and the City Employee Committee and Community Foundation step up to help. Earlier, you met the new principal at Patriot Elementary. Today, we'll introduce you to the first-year principal at Hickory Hill Elementary. Sump Library continues its commitment to community involvement with a new program that includes knitting and crocheting. Please enjoy City Happenings for the week of December 23rd.
Thanks, Mayor Black. 3-year-old Jameis Hofseth has an immune deficiency that prevents him from eating normal food. He needs a special formula that's only made in Europe. A recent change in that formula won't let Jameis digest it. His family is trying to find and buy all of the old formula that they can find. They also need to take part in food trials to hopefully find nutrition for Jameis. The Papillion City Employee Committee, along with the Community Foundation, held a fundraiser called Fighting for Jameis.
The Papillion Community Foundation is here today with a check for the family in the amount of $19,644.30.
We would just like to thank everyone for everything that everybody did. It's beyond generous, and we are still overwhelmed and a little in shock. All together, with all their efforts from deposits we have put into the bank, it's totaled over $31,000. So we would just like to say thank you very, very much. This will definitely help.
Send donations to Great Western Bank online at redbasket.org or call 402-597-2029. There's a new principal at Hickory Hill Elementary this school year. Papillion asked him how he's doing so far.
Well, actually, it's been an interesting process. This, like you said, this isn't my first rodeo per se. I do have some prior administrative experience. I was an assistant principal in one of our buildings last year. The year before that, even I worked in the curriculum department at our district central office and worked with a lot with our elementary curriculum, anything from language arts to math, all the way to counseling, music, PE. So I've had quite a bit of administrative experience, although this is, like you said, completely different. Now this is a building of roughly 400 kids and a staff of somewhere in the vicinity of 50 to 60 employees, and I'm responsible for every single one of those individuals. And it is different. It's been a challenge, but it's been very fun at the same time. How am I doing? I think that the hardest thing for me, when you ask that question, it makes me think, what's been difficult about it? Probably the most difficult thing about it is just, the amount of time that it takes to make sure that everything gets done and gets done with fidelity, and it takes a considerable amount of time. And it's tough, too. One of the learning curves I've had is just during the day, every day, like you know very well, every day you have things you need to get done. But when it's during the school day, the things that I need to do are secondary, totally secondary to everything else that goes on. Really, because it's all about the kids and interacting with them and getting into the classrooms and collaborating and coaching the teachers and working with the teams and being in the lunchroom and helping and opening those ketchup packets and those fruit containers that are something. I mean, those are the things that are important to the kids and everybody at that moment, and that's really where the focus needs to be. And everything that I need to do comes secondary, so that's where the time element comes in, because I end up getting a lot of my things done outside of the school day, which is fine. It's what I signed up for. It's what I wanted, but it makes for some long days, and I have my own family at home too, and making time for them is obviously very important to me, and that's been a challenge, but it's been a fun challenge.
Sump Library sponsors a knitting and crocheting program called Craft for Cause to benefit Project Harmony.
We started thinking about it actually this summer. We were at the Scholastic Book Fair and we picked up all of these knitting books, and we were thinking, let's do a class at the library where people can come in and they can learn how to knit or they can learn how to crochet. And then we thought, no, let's do something bigger. Like you said, let's do something for the community where someone's not just coming in, they're not just learning a new skill, but they're doing something worthwhile with that skill, and they're helping someone else with it. And with Craft for a Cause and what we're doing with Project Harmony is that these women, it doesn't have to be women, but it is now, can come in and they can create something, with care, especially for these kids that are brought in on an emergency basis. So these kids that basically are coming in with just the clothes on their back, who've been in some very difficult situations, have something that's made with love, really, and it's made just for them. There is that sense that libraries are changing, and it used to just be come on in, get your book, and leave, or come on in, or even just come for a story time, and then leave right after that. And now we are trying to create that sense of, this is, some people say it's the community's living room. We want you to come in, we want you to enjoy yourselves. It's not just a place to pick up a book, it's a place to learn something new, it's a place to make some of those community connections. It's a place to, like with Craft for a Cause, to learn a new hobby or a new skill, but to do it in service to someone else or in service to something bigger. And that really embodies what we're trying to do here.
This is a great time of year, and we thank everyone who helps support the local Christmas and holiday events. We also ask you to be safe while celebrating at this time of year. There are lots of ways to stay up to date with what's happening in Papillion. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or even watch the YouTube channel. There's also the City app available from the Apple App Store and the Android Marketplace. And of course, information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching and Merry Christmas.